Welcome back to the action. We kick things off right now with the Golden State Warriors 2026 NBA Draft Lottery outcome. The team has landed the 11th overall pick, and we are diving deep into the 5 realistic targets they are eyeing to transform this lottery slot into a game-changing asset for the franchise. We start with Yaxel Lendeborg, the Michigan Wolverines forward, who has already proven himself as a two-way player with elite versatility and playmaking instincts, making him a prime candidate to step in immediately for the Warriors' needs.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to hold it with one hand? The PopSocket's Pop Grip gives you a secure grip, works as a phone stand, and even lets you swap the top for a fresh new look. Simple, useful, and perfect for everyday phone use. Click the link in the comments to grab yours on Amazon.
Next up, we look at the international talent, Karim Lopez, the top prospect in this class who has generated significant buzz from major sports outlets, including USA Today Sports and ESPN, directly connecting him to Golden State. We break down his explosive offensive efficiency and versatile defensive capabilities, exploring how this 19-year-old forward could slot in as a complementary piece alongside Stephen Curry while developing his jump shot. Our third target is Labaron Philon, the best pure ball handler in this entire draft class, who brings the self-sufficient scoring that the Warriors desperately need outside of Curry. We examine how Philon's elite dribble-moving and shot-making skills could provide the necessary offensive engine, and whether this score-first guard is the key to unlocking the Warriors' next phase. Finally, we look at the defensive anchors, including Steinbach, the Washington Huskies' big man who brings the interior presence and rebounding power the Warriors have been missing, and Aday Mara, the Spanish center whose passing ability and vertical spacing perfectly complement Steve Kerr's system. The decision is on the table, and the future of the Warriors hinges on how Steve Kerr maximizes this 11th pick. Stay with us because we break down the entire offseason strategy. The Golden State Warriors are facing a pivotal moment in the 2026 NBA Draft. Following the lottery confirmation that they will select 11th, the focus has shifted to how the franchise will leverage this pick within what is considered one of the deepest draft classes in recent memory. With Steve Kerr returning on a 2-year deal and Stephen Curry nearing the end of his contract, the front office is signaling an aggressive approach to roster building. If the Warriors select at number 11, several prospects are positioned to make an immediate impact and fit the team's evolving needs. 5 realistic targets have emerged from the draft pool. Yaxel Lendeborg, the 6'9" forward from Michigan, is the consensus favorite. Having helped Michigan win a national championship, Lendeborg offers rare two-way versatility, shot-blocking ability, and playmaking instincts. His profile aligns perfectly with a day-one contributor role for the Warriors. International prospect Karim Lopez is also heavily favored, drawing projections from major sports outlets connecting him to Golden State. The 19-year-old Mexican-born forward possesses NBA-ready physical tools and professional experience, showing explosive offensive efficiency. He could serve as a complementary piece alongside Curry. For a team needing primary ball handling, Labaron Philon stands out as the best pure creator in the class. Averaging 22 points and 5 assists in his sophomore season, Philon offers the self-sufficient scoring and dribble-moving ability the Warriors require in their non-Curry minutes. Steinbach represents a crucial interior presence. Leading the NCAA in rebounding the previous season, the 6'11" big projects as a power forward with immense interior presence and rebounding capability, addressing a key weakness in the Warriors' frontcourt physicality. Finally, Aday Mara, the 7'3" Spanish center from Michigan, is highly valued for his passing ability and vertical spacing, which complements Kerr's system. Mara offers rim protection with mobility, making him a serious consideration if the team prioritizes an anchoring big. Ultimately, the number 11 selection offers the Warriors significant options, whether the pick is used directly or packaged in a trade. While Lendeborg is the top consensus pick, the decision hinges on whether the front office prioritizes immediate contribution, complementary skills, or a foundational big to support the core. The draft takes place in June, and the final decision remains pending. The Golden State Warriors face a critical juncture in their future, hinging on how head coach Steve Kerr maximizes their 11th overall pick in the 2026 NBA Draft. The team is warned that they risk repeating the disappointing trajectory of Jonathan Kuminga unless a significant strategic shift occurs. Kuminga, who was the 7th overall pick in 2021, struggled under Kerr's guidance, with the coach reportedly failing to position him for success and hindering his development. This past experience has fueled the Warriors' regret over letting the player go. With Steve Kerr returning next season, the pressure is on him to adapt his coaching approach to better the franchise's future. Golden State desperately needs this draft selection to evolve into a star capable of sustaining competitiveness, especially as Stephen Curry nears the end of his legendary career. The team's path to deep playoff runs necessitates adding impactful talent, ideally on a rookie-scale contract. For any young player to thrive, they require a coach's unwavering belief and trust, something that has been lacking in the past under Kerr. The Warriors have built a strong foundation, featuring established talent like Brandon Podziemski and Moses Moody. The hope is that this new pick possesses a higher ceiling and can carry the team forward. To unlock that potential, the player needs opportunities for repetition and the freedom to make mistakes without constant scrutiny. The key challenge is ensuring this prospect does not become antagonistic toward the coaching staff, a dynamic Kuminga often exhibited. Kerr has the ideal environment to cultivate this talent, with 3 aging stars to learn from and a future Hall of Fame coach to guide the process. The focus must shift entirely to development, not immediate minutes. The goal is to maximize the player's unique skill set, drawing lessons from Curry, Draymond Green, and Jimmy Butler. Kerr must treat this 11th pick as the future version of Curry or Green, adapting his system to the talent rather than forcing the talent to fit the system. If Kerr fails to instill the necessary trust and strategic adjustments, the Warriors risk another failure, leaving them selling off young talent. The success of this draft pick and the team's future depends entirely on Kerr's ability to adapt. Noi Dung Kai Tight. The Golden State Warriors have landed the 11th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft Lottery, a position that could elevate them from a consolation prize to a high-quality starter. With the draft landscape shifting, the Warriors face a crucial decision regarding their forward selections. Analysis of the top 10 picks suggests a potential tier of talent available to the team. \n/n, if the draft order follows the projected scenario, the Warriors would be looking at a choice between 3 top-tier forwards: Nate Ament, Karim Lopez, and Lendeborg. While Ament possesses the highest potential ceiling, the team has already experienced disappointment with upside, picks like James Wiseman and Jonathan Kuminga, making him a risk for Steve Kerr's system, especially given his age and question marks. \n/n, the focus narrows to Lopez and Lendeborg. Lendeborg, at 23, is projected to reach his peak sooner than Lopez, who is 19. Lendeborg offers the highest floor among the options. His recent college performance shows strong shooting efficiency, hitting nearly 5 three-point attempts per game in his last 11 contests, complementing his established scoring ability in the paint. Crucially, Lendeborg also boasts a superior assist-to-turnover ratio. \n/n defensively, Lendeborg presents a significant advantage. Averaging 1.1 steals and 1.2 blocks in college, his 6'9" frame and 240 pounds give him the size necessary to defend bigger forwards and centers, addressing a perceived weakness in the Warriors' frontcourt. Lopez shows defensive promise, averaging 1.2 steals and 1 blocks in a recent NBL stint, but Lendeborg's current defensive metrics suggest a more immediate impact. \n/n while Lopez has more room for development, Lendeborg's current production and defensive profile make him the more intriguing target. Furthermore, his ability to play the big wing role, which is increasingly valuable in the modern NBA, makes him a compelling option. Should the Warriors pass on these forwards, their contingency plan includes targeting centers such as Aday Mara, Hans Steinbach, or Jaden Quaintance. The Golden State Warriors' offseason officially commenced after a tough play-in tournament loss, catalyzed by the team agreeing to a new contract extension with legendary coach Steve Kerr, securing his presence in the Bay Area for at least 2 more seasons, pending final paperwork. The focus now shifts to the team's immediate priorities. The draft is set to be a key event, with the Warriors slated to select 11th overall, their highest pick since Jonathan Kuminga in 2021. While outside the top 4, this selection could target an athletic player, potentially as part of a trade package for a player like Giannis Antetokounmpo or another starting-caliber option if the cost is deemed too high. Veteran talent is a priority, as Jimmy Butler and Moses Moody are sidelined with knee injuries until January. Additionally, the team is seeking a creative ball handler to enhance offensive flow when intricate plays stall. Following the draft in late June, the free agency period will determine the roster's direction. Draymond Green, Al Horford, and D'Anthony Melton all have options. Green is expected to either sign an extension or pursue a lower average deal, stating he is not retiring from basketball. Melton is expected to test the open market following ACL surgery, while 39-year-old Al Horford is reportedly contemplating retirement. Even if Green and Horford return, Melton's profile suggests he is a necessary addition. Despite potential returns, the Warriors face limitations in cap space to acquire new talent. Unrestricted free agent Kristaps Porzingis, despite concerns over his health and speed, remains a possibility. However, reports indicate that modernization of the offense and personnel were key points in contract negotiations with Kerr, suggesting the team is expected to make several moves. Following the initial free agency period and summer league, a lull is anticipated until late August, when Stephen Curry is eligible to sign a max contract extension, potentially guaranteeing his long-term stay in the Bay Area. There is also speculation regarding an extension for rookie Brandon Podziemski, whose contract expires after next season. Training camp is set to begin in late September.